the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hello. Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, girl. Come on in, y'all. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are doing the wonder. What I was about to say? Hope I'm doing wonderful. What I was about to say, somebody said, boo, I'm blaming you for Derek because I bought him up. Girl, listen, let me tell you something. You see me with my earrings on? I wasn't going to put them on, but when I sat in front of the camera, my head was shaped like a football. So I figured if I put the earrings on, you see what I'm saying? It might deflect a little bit. Cookie, girl, I'm so scared. Girl, listen, Cookie, listen, it's so funny you say that, Cookie. Because the next day, I mentioned that boy. Yes, I did. And Derek, if you on here, this didn't have nothing to do with me. Shout out to Derek Groves. But it's so funny you said that, Cookie. Because I mentioned that boy, and the next day he got caught. Lord, if I had anything to do with it, forgive me. I didn't have nothing. I did not know, girl. It's so funny you said it because I was thinking it. I really was over here thinking it. Like, I really was like, oh, like, no cap. Look, I'm not even lying. I really, when the boy got caught the very next, I was like, oh, Lord, I swear to God, I did not know. Listen. I'm not asking about nobody else. I asked about the serial killers. Look, put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember me on here asking what happened to all the serial killers. How long ago that was? Hold on. How long ago that was? I asked, I said, y'all remember, I said, back when times was simpler, I said, when you could go outside all day and all you had to worry about was a serial killer. Remember I said that? I said, nowadays, we ain't got no more serial killers. Back in the day, that was our worst fear, running into a serial killer, a clear man in a white van. I said that. And look, no cap, and this is scary, y'all, no cap. This stuff started popping up out of nowhere. I swear to God. And anybody who was on this channel know I bought that shit. And this is not a good thing. You see what I'm saying? But after I said that, when I tell you not, serial killers started popping up. This is another one. Remember they kept saying they finding bodies in the river? Now, I don't know or think that this is a serial killer because I think all rivers are filled with bodies. I don't know. But now all of a sudden, they bringing up serial killers again. Girl, I got to watch my tongue. Look at what it says. Another body has been recovered from a Houston bayou, marking the 16th body found in the city's waterway so far this year, according to reports. Despite growing public concern and viral speculation online, Mayor John Whitmore continues to insist there's no serial killer at work, calling a string of discoveries unrelated and tragic coincidences. Now, first of all, y'all know what I say about coincidences. Let's start there first. But you're right, Cookie. I did bring up Derek, and the boy got popped the next day. Derek, if you on here, I swear I ain't do that. I ain't know nothing about all of that. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about all that, and I gotta stop asking about stuff. You know what? Let's use that power for good. What we want, y'all? Let's use that power for good. If my mouth is that powerful and my words is that powerful, I could bring something up and get it back. Let's use that power for good. How about whatever happened to Black Americans and our economic independence? Like, whatever happened to that? We need to get back, bring back Black America and their own economic, social, and political power and independence. I like that. So let's see if that come back. We done called for the serial killers. They came. I asked about Derek. He went down to the jailhouse. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we do. I like that. Black Wall Streets all over America. I like that. Yeah, let's call some Black Wall Streets all over America. Let's do it. If my words is that powerful, Black Wall Street's about to pop up all over America. Say what I said. We already got them. But it's about to be a trend, and they about to start popping up right in John Wall Street all over America. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now let's see if it works. We're going to believe it if we put it in the universe, and it is so. Okay? So good morning. Happy Thursday. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to get the channel up to 100K. Shout out to everybody in the building now. First and foremost, get the morning announcements out the way. Please do your genealogy. Black America, please, please, please. If you don't do anything in your life, even if you don't finish it, start your genealogy. There's money out here to be made. There's money that is owed to you and your lineage, but you have to do your genealogy. This country owes you land. It owes you money. It owes you everything that it has, okay? So please do your genealogy. And then also it's going to help you to tap into your ancestors spiritually, and that leads into meditating and grounding. Make sure you guys, please, if you can at some point, go outside, take your shoes off, put your feet to the soil, not the concrete, and leave your devices behind, your earbuds, your watches, and all that stuff. Leave that behind. Just take 10-15 minutes to just rest your feet to the soil and meditate and think positive thoughts. If you get negative thoughts pop in your head, immediately dispel those thoughts, even if you have to say it out loud, like, oh, dispel that thought, and then cover it with something positive. You know what I'm saying? Do that. This is going to help you. This is going to tap you into what you need to be tapped into. There's a spiritual war happening, and it happens in the 5D, and it manifests in the 3D, and it's been going on day to day. So y'all make sure y'all tapping in. What else did I want to say? It was something else I said I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about. I can't remember, but y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. It'll come back to me. But y'all, when Derek got caught, poor Derek. Let's get into what we got for the show. Today we have Derrick Rose done got caught. I asked about him yesterday, and they went got him, girl. They went got him. Turns out this fool was right here in Atlanta. Niggas. Niggas, one thing about niggas, we always follow the same patterns. You know what I'm saying? So they caught him. Then we also have ICE raids in Chicago, and why Black Americans need to stop letting social media gaslight them into thinking something's happening that's really not. And then I wanted to talk about how Black America is loving our children to death. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in a bad way. Black America, especially my generations of parenting, we have adopted this horrible habit of giving our children every single thing. And we're thinking we're doing what's best for them, but we don't realize we're hindering them and setting them up for failure. We're going to get into that, y'all. Get the video likes up. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm going to give y'all a little commercial break, but this is going to be a different kind of commercial break. We're going to take this back to New Orleans. It is second line season. Shout out to everybody in my city from New Orleans. I don't know nothing about NOLA, but I am New Orleans born and raised. I am of the culture. You feel what I'm saying? Can second line, you feel me? And it is second line season. So everybody don't know this I want to say about every Sunday damn near, but there's a second line. Every crew has a second line. It's a parade that happens, and it pops off every Sunday. It's typically a local situation, but I see it starting to go viral on Instagram, TikTok, and things of that nature. Plus, I've been sharing it with y'all. But if y'all want to get in touch with some authentic FBA Black American Indian culture, please visit New Orleans during this time. This is probably one of the last places. I ain't gonna say not the, but one of the last places in America where you see people moving, dancing, stepping, and doing the things that have been done thousands of years before this. Do not mistake your culture and your history for 400 years. When that white boy told you to start your history 400 years ago, you cut off your actual root and connection to who you really are, okay? The things that you're doing now are things that you've always done. You didn't just was born 400 years ago and you didn't come off no boat from no goddamn Africa. You are indigenous to this land right here, okay? What you do now is what you've always done. Do not disrespect your ancestors or mine by counting and starting my history at 400 years ago when a cracker and a Negro peon got off the boat. Does that make sense? Let's get into this commercial break. I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all catch the vibes. Like I say, authentic FBA Black American indigenous culture. If you ever seen it in real, please do it. If you haven't, I'm sorry, please go see it. Check it out. I'll be right back. Is it breaking up, y'all? It was breaking up. Hold on. Stand by. It was lit. The devil. Hold on, y'all. Let me see it one more time. Saint, go sit down somewhere, bro. Jeez Louise. He probably the reason why it was breaking up. Because if it is, and it's not my internet, it must be YouTube. Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys another commercial break that won't break up. Hopefully. Yes. Hopefully it won't break up. And I'm going to exit out the studio and come right back. It's YouTube. It's not me because my internet is good. It looked like I'm full barred. Let me come right back, I guess. Give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Let me give y'all some education.
About our lineage. Who are we? We're Black Americans. I can trace my family back, my ancestors back to the 1700s. Okay? So we're Black Americans. We have been here since the founding of the country. That matters. Does it not? Our parents, our ancestors were here since the founding, since the 1600s, since the 1700s. Is that relevant? Is that significant? Yes, I think it is. Well, I mean, my ancestors didn't slave and sweat and, toil and all that hard work that they did for Joanne Reed to have a job. She's from the Congo. They worked for Black Americans to have a job. They did all that for Black Americans, not people from the Congo who are first generation Americans. Not even Kamala Harris and Jamaican. Right. My ancestors didn't work for Kamala Harris to have these benefits. They worked for Black Americans to have benefits. I think Black American. This is why using color, the skin color, is not sufficient. It's confusing. Right. And this is why I say white Americans and Black Americans have been in America the longest since its founding. And that is significant. That matters. And so this is why, and I don't know why so many, and, I want to get into this issue about Black women. I know it's nonprofit, but Black American women don't understand most of them, some do, but most of them don't understand. They think everything is about skin color. And that's a superficial analysis of the situation. They're not looking at the history. They don't know the history. And they're just so wedded to the political left position, embracing all of their policies. And their policies have been detrimental to Black America. They need to get away from that embrace of all these policies that are the detriment. So what I'm thinking, they're not doing their homework. They're not reading this cast your bucket where you are. Cast down your bucket where they're not reading this history. They're being superficial. They're just watching the television and going along with what the politicians say about our
My bad. Am I still jacked up? I'm looking at the iPad. It don't look too bad. Is the sound choppy? Hold on. Let me check the sound. It don't look too bad. Is the sound choppy? Hold on. It is a little bit. It's definitely choppy a little bit. I don't know. It's not me, y'all. It's not me. It's literally not me. A little, but not bad. It's glitching. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can get through the show. I'm not going to stay long then if it's going to be a messed up show. I don't know. Yeah, it's not my Wi-Fi or nothing. I checked the box and everything. I don't know, y'all. Let's do this. Let's get as far as we can go through the show. And then hopefully this is my doggone contract. I'll have to call him back. But yeah, hopefully we can get through it. Y'all like the video, okay? So let's get the video in the algorithm. Let me help. Like the video. Okay, now let's get into the show. I want to start by, wait, where was I? We'll come back to the second line thing because it ain't working for us today. Let's get into the show. Y'all remember I told y'all Bernice King is always running around here saying something when nobody asks her to say in the comment. So somebody, Robin Williams' daughter, y'all remember the late comedian Robin Williams? His daughter came out and asked people to not put out or send her the AI version of her daddy. And here come Bernice. FBA King. Oh, yeah. Is it still freezing? It's still freezing. What is going on? No, it's not freezing. It's not freezing. Is it me? Is it freezing, y'all? Because I can't see. Let me put it up on my phone. I can't work like this now. I can't work like this. It is freezing, food. No AI. I don't know. This about to make me mad. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. It's glitching. Just keep talking. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. All right. So here come Bernice King, B.A. King, with something to say, talking about how she don't want nobody to send her AI versions of her father either. This is my thing with Bernice. First of all, nobody was talking about your daddy. Second of all, girl, we don't care. We've been AIing your daddy. We've been doing that. So what? And then fourth of all, like I said, the problem I have with Bernice is Bernice never says anything when we need her to. Bernice always pops up and says something when nobody asks her to. I'm starting to believe that Martin Luther King's children, I'm starting to believe that they are told not to say certain things, that they can't chime in on certain subjects. I'm starting to believe that. I promise you, because I'm just at this point in time, I'm like, girl, what is he? Every time you turn around, you got something to say, don't have nothing to do with nothing. When the Black community really needs these people, they are never there. Never there. Is the show that bad, y'all? Because I might have it's glitchy, it's still glitchy. His kids are feds. I believe that too. Because I just feel like, if you're gonna be vocal when your people need it. The only time she even mentions her father is when she's defending some craziness. Like, I don't know. I don't trust Bernice. She not my cup of tea. They said, can I exit and come back? Lord have mercy. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to end the live and come back. I'm gonna just have to. Let me end the live. I hate to do that because I left and came back already. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. Let me try one more thing. I'll be right back. After this, I'm going to end the live and come back. I'll be right back.
Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, niggas the black, the niggas black, niggas the black, the niggas I'm black, niggas the black, the niggas black, the niggas black, the niggas I'm black and I'm brown. Shake. They want the black. Cause I'm black, niggas the black, the black. I can never be white, the 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 white. It's the black, bounce with the black, hustle with the black, if the black, it's around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, black. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Round and round it, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton.
I don't know. How is it going, y'all? I'm back. Sorry about that. I restarted the Wi-Fi. I closed out I closed out the windows, restarted. I did everything. Let's see how this is working. This is so ghetto. Oh my god, this is so ghetto. Let's see how this is working. This is so ghetto. Oh my god, this is so ghetto. Yeah, this is very ghetto. The same. Yeah, it is. It is. It's glitching. It's YouTube, not you. Oh, okay. It's YouTube. Are other people having these situations? Like, let's see, honey. Let me see. Is other people having the same situation? I'm not. I don't know. All right, let's go Ethernet. I don't have an Ethernet cable. No, I do have an Ethernet cable. I just don't know. You know what? I'll have to do that. And I do have Twitch. Matter of fact, y'all, please follow me on Twitch, Rumble, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. It's not glitching now. Okay, we just gonna go on with the show, and hopefully it won't be long because I don't want to keep y'all long and it's all jacked up. So let's get into the show. Where I was, I don't remember. I'm so sorry. This is a ghetto morning, Joce. My apologies to you guys. I really do apologize. Oh, let's start with that. No, we ain't gonna start with him. We'll come back to him. All right, let's get into Hold on one second, y'all. Like the video, please. Please like the video. Oh, I wanted to give y'all an update on this Diddy bit. So y'all remember Diddy was sentenced to 4 years. Well, he asked the judge, could he do home service and do like rehab? And the judge denied it, but he did say he'll approve him to be in a facility close to I guess to where they are. It says judge says he won't approve Diddy's preferred prison, but will recommend a facility in the defense's selected location. So he won't let Diddy do home school or home jail, but he'll let him do it at another facility. So I thought I'm not reading all of this. But that was just an update on the trial because Diddy was over there saying that they trying to kill him. Diddy was saying all types of stuff, okay? And it turns out them people were saying, Diddy boy, you're going to have to go do this time the way we say. So he wanted to do it at home. They told him no. He's going to have to basically go to another facility. But I do think it's good that he go to rehab. And another person who needs to be in mandatory rehab is Cassie. Period, point blank. She needs to be in mandatory rehab. Now, I want to share. No, I don't even have time because I don't think this is the computer going to do that well for me today. Let's get right on into where I was going with this. All right, let's get into Super Scent, loving our children to death. So I saw this post Super Scent did, and she was talking about her son Trey, and I want to share it with y'all because, and this is, let me say this. I'm not saying, and I normally would drag Super when she's doing stupid stuff, but in this situation, that's not the case. In my opinion, Super has done and is doing what a lot of us as Black American parents have done. And I want to use this as a lesson learned. So this is Super Scent. She became an overnight sensation, selling her makeup. She became a millionaire for the crayon case. I think she like hit $1 million worth of sales in like a Black Friday sale or something like that. Long story short, she became big. She's born and raised, uptown, I want to say New Orleans or something like that. Super becoming big, like I said, in our age range, when we become successful, what we tend to do is give our children everything. And I believe that is the worst thing that we can do as parents. And let me tell you why. Because first of all, you don't install or instill a work ethic in children. They believe that everything should be given to them. Therefore, they don't have value in things. This is why you ever notice rich kids, they can have all the things in the world, right? But as soon as they don't get something they want, they throw tantrums. And then kids who don't have nothing be like, bruh, what is you like mad about? Like other kids would die to be in your shoes. And we look at it from a poorer standpoint as ungrateful, like people putting in the chat, entitled, and I get that. But that's not necessarily the case. A lot of the times it's about what your environment is and what you're used to. See, if you've never had something, you want it. But if you've always had something, you don't see value in it. And I found that in people in my age demographic who do really, really well, we spoil our children. And then when we see the when we reap what we've sown in these children and it backfires on us, we sit here and we look with our hands out like, what do we do now? Or I don't understand what's going on. This is the problem. Again, I told you, my age demographic of parents, we were so hell-bent on not repeating the things that our parents did that we thought were horrible that we threw everything away. That was the worst thing we could have did. What we should have done was taken the things that worked for us, tweak them the way that we wanted them, use them, and then dispel the things that didn't work. Because what happens is now, even though we come from a group, I'll give you my demographic of my generation. I guess I'm millennial or Gen X. I don't know. I was born in 83. Okay. And from my generation of parents, not mine in particular, but my generation of parents, they worked. They wasn't at home. Them people had to go to work. Most of my generation of kids raised themselves. Mama had to go to work. If daddy was home, he had to go to work. Okay. Latchkey kids, Gen X for sure. Okay, millennials, definitely. We raised ourselves. So that caused us to have a value in things because a lot of things weren't given to us. We had to work for things. Your mama didn't just give you money for the field trip. If you had a bad report card, your ass wasn't going on no field trip. You didn't just get to go spend a night by so-and-so house. If your ass didn't clean up that room, your mama told you before we left here, don't ask me to spend a night by nobody's house. You see what I'm saying? It's called work and reward. It's called understanding the value of things, okay? That's what it is called. When us as parents, thank you, Yakima. I appreciate you so much. She said I'm a millennial. Thank you so much. When we as parents give our children everything, we create monsters and we end up loving them to death. What do I mean? If you give your child everything and they have zero work ethic, zero value for things, then how are they to succeed in life? As a matter of fact, you're setting your children up to fail. And this is the worst part about our generation. We're not doing it to set them up to fail. As a matter of fact, in our minds, we're doing it to make sure that they don't end up on the other side of the spectrum. But the point I'm trying to get you to see is a lot of the times we strive so hard to make sure our kids don't end up dead or in jail. We just carry them closer to the grave by the things that we do. You see what I'm saying? And you wonder why these kids are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and they still living with you. Nigga, in my age range, you knew at 8, 9, 10, 11. Your ass turned 18. I don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here. Now, listen, some people might say, yeah, and that was the problem. And I can see how that could be a problem. But I tell you what, it made the most productive generation of kids that I've seen. Hello? Remember, we the ones the first off the porch with the millionaires. Remember, we the ones first off the porch with the high rates, the Gen X and the millennials. We the ones off the porch with the high rates of education. We the ones off the porch with the high business rates. We the ones. We the ones. So this is what I'm telling you. Maybe, just maybe, some of the things we deemed that were horrible, just maybe they weren't so bad. Has anybody thought about that? Yeah, there's always pros and cons. Yes, there's always a yin and a yang. However, some evils and bads are necessary. Does that make sense? There is a thing called necessary evils. When you start healing and you start understanding who you are and understand how this world works, you understand that certain evils and things that you thought were just the worst things that happened to you should have happened to you. It was destined to happen to you because that's the necessary evil. We have necessary evils. And that's a good thing. But what I think as our generation of parents are doing, and I'm using Super Scent situation, not Super Scent particular, because Super Scent is all of us. We ain't all millionaires. But I tell you what, my generation of parents, we treat our children like we millionaires. My generation of parents be barely making ends meet and will spend their last on making sure their children have more than they could ever imagine. The reason I know it, because I was the parent. I was working at a restaurant, barely able to pay my rent, praying to God, please let me pay my rent tomorrow. Please let me make enough tonight so I could pay my rent tomorrow. And after I pay my rent, when my baby would come to me and say, I want the new Jordans or I want the new LeBrons, guess what I would do? Hustle to make the money to get her the new shoes. In my mind, because I'm giving you my example, I'm telling you what I used to do. I used to be at the end of the month, I'm screaming and praying, please, Lord, let me pay my rent, please, 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 please. But see, after the rent get paid, my baby come, oh my, can you all give me, I want to get these new Guess what I'm going to do? Hustle and bustle. My baby needed. Because in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. Well, it's a lot of things I used to ask my mama for. My mom used to tell me no, but I'm going to get it for my child. Stop me when I start lying. Or it's a lot of times I wanted things and my mama couldn't afford it. I got it. So guess what? Me and mine going to have it. So guess what? I'm going out and get it. Stop me when I start lying. Or, oh, I'm going to get it because them hoes will never be able to say, I don't do for me. And mine, one thing about it, mine going to step, I'm a step. We all going to be straight. And we going to be on the gram. Stop me when I start lying. Or it's, oh, my children, one thing about it, and when you peel back the layers, you setting your child up for failure, and you really doing all this for nobody but you. So then we get to the end of the road like Boys to Men, and then we sitting here with our shoulders shrugged and our hands up like super like, what happened? I don't understand. And I'm telling you from the outside looking in because I was able to catch it and repair it when my child was 9, 10, 11, and 12. Because see, I was one of them parents too. But about 10, 11, 12, something clicked in my head like, bitch, are you dumb? Ho, is you cool? Something literally clicked in my head. One of them times it was the Yeezys. My baby called me and asked me for some Yeezys. That's what tipped me over. Something clicked in my head and said, ho, is you cool? Bitch, you don't have no money. Your child don't know what you're doing to get these shoes. All she know is, Ma, I want these shoes, and you pull up with the shoes. Ho, is you cool? That's really what I had to ask myself. Is something wrong with you? Now, again, everybody's awakening is different, okay? However, we're gonna find the lesson in everything that we deal with. What we are doing to our kids as this generation of parents is killing them. We are loving our children straight to the graveyard. We are creating children that are not productive citizens in society. You wonder why they won't leave your house. You wonder why they're 19, 20, 21, 22, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 9, 30, and they still don't know how to wash their ass or clean their drawers or clean their room because you created that mess. And this is the worst part. You not cut like grandma. Because see, grandma, when she spoiled that son was able to stay with her for the rest of her life. Stop me when I start lying. And you, millennial black woman, you, Gen X black woman, you ain't cut like that. You not cut like that. You might say that now, but you not cut like that. Because see, the difference between the woman now and the woman then, when that woman then had her kids and her family, she got out the way. My generation of women, we still hot. We still lit. We still fine. We still look young. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You ain't on that type of time. You're not cut like that. So why even create the situation? We all got the aunt or the grandmother who had the son that never left the nest. We all know them. What I'm telling you is we not cut like that. So why create a situation where you're going to think you're doing for your child, and then at 18, 19, or whatever age it is, they finally decide to leave the nest. You literally, it's like taking a lion from the zoo and putting them in the wild. That's literally what you're doing. It's literally like taking a caged lion that's been in the zoo his whole life and then releasing him to the wild. Let me tell you what happens on the National Geographic channel and on all the mother stuff, because I love watching this. What typically happens is the lion don't last 24 hours. Now let's get into Super Sense. Super Sense talking about how she done everything for her boy Trey. And Trey is ungrateful. And guess what? You can't blame the children. As parents, we have to blame ourselves. We create this monster. Shout out to Super. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Last night was very tough for me. Got into it with my son. His daddy can't pick him up. And it was so hurtful.
What? I'm just asking.
And that's another thing too. I know we all for having our children. This is no shade to her. This is nothing to do with Super. I know we all on allowing our children to be expressive and talking and saying them things, but I'm still of the old school. Speak when you spoken to. I don't give a damn if I'm talking on live or if I'm talking on the phone. You say, excuse me, if you have something to say. And if I'm not addressing you as a child, please stay in a child's place. I'm old school like that. I don't play with y'all churn like that. You play with your churn like that. And if you play with your churn like that, don't bring your churn around me because I'm going to have to school them. You see what I'm saying? I'm an old school woman. I'm not your friend. We didn't play hopscotch together. We didn't shoot marbles together. Whenever you call me, put a handle on my name, Miss, Mrs., whatever you want to say. Yeah, I'm old school. So there's no way I'm having a conversation and a child is interrupting me. Hold up. Because I remember I did that one time as a child and I never did it again. Because the correction I got from the adult in the room set me all the way straight. Does that make sense? I'm old school though.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you said something. You're stressing me out.
And let me say this too. That creates and teaches your child discipline, respect, discipline. There's a way and time in which a child can express themselves. But what it does is it teaches your child patience, discipline, and respect. It's just that simple.
I can't think clear. Trey don't know how good he has it. He don't understand how blessed he is. Trey got a lot of things that he do not deserve. Our whole house, Trey room is the only room that's complete. Nobody's room is complete. No one else's room not complete. Their room not complete. Trey room is all the way done.
This is my question. She said they got a new house. Trey room is the only room done. Why? What in Sam Hill has Trey done for Trey to have the only room for his room to even be amongst the first done? You got a little bitty girl in there. Because see, this is what I be talking about when I say black women, we overlove our sons. Don't get me started on that. Because there's no way Trey room would have got done before my little girl room. Said what I said. Even when I grew up, it was certain rules that was for me and my sister room that was different for me and my brother room. We had different, like we couldn't close no doors in our house, but in me and my sister room we could. So I don't understand why Trey room is finished and you got a whole little girl here who room not finished. What the hell does Trey do where Trey deserved to have the first room finished? This is Super fault, and let's not put it on Super, because Super is a lot of us. She is. We all do that. Put these children before us, in which we're supposed to, but we don't even know why we're doing it most of the time. Most of the time, we're doing it just because we feel like that's what we're supposed to do, and we create monsters.
In my room, I took care of her room. I took care of her room before I took care of anybody else. And that was crazy because I should have taken care of basically the little kids first. But me trying to make Trey comfortable and me going Trey to be inside and not all, which I don't mind him going to, but
let me can I say something about this comment? The reason why I agree with this comment, and if anybody's offended, is because you're not understanding the point of view we coming from. When I be saying these women be treating their sons like they man, I don't think that they look at their children in a sexual way at all. But I find that there's a coincidence in women who baby their men. They typically find men they have to take care of. And they typically mirror the way that they treat the young boy versus the man that they with. And this is no shade. Think about the relationship between Super and Razor. Super is a mother to Razor. She's been a mother to all her men. And when you mother your man, but man your son, you create a competition. So now Trey a big old boy now. Trey ain't no little bitty boy no more. Trey a big old young boy. Now you gotta appease Trey just as much as you appease that nigga, because you created a subtle competition because you mothering your man and manning your son. And guess what? If you think you're gonna do anything for that nigga and Trey don't get, you done lost your rabbit. So when I say when Jason said Trey her man, I see it so often with black women. You treat your nigga, you treat your son like your man, and it's because that's how you like your men. And you don't see the connection because in your mind they're separate, and in a way they are, but they're one and the same. You're mirroring the same relationship, just in different aspects. Thank you, Miss Blue. She says it's called spousification. I never heard of that word. Spousification. Miss Blue just taught me something. Hold on. She said it's called spousification, y'all. Let's see what spousification called. I just learned a new word. What is spousification? The act of falsifying information or a theory? No, that's falsification. Sorry. Spousification. Is that even a word? I want to know. I really do. Okay, yeah. No, that's a specification. Well, I don't know. It might be a word, but it sounds right. I like it, Miss Blue. It does sound like that, where you create a situation where your child becomes your spouse and your spouse becomes your child. It's weird. I think and let me say this too, I'm learning too, it's a lot of inner childhood trauma we got to heal. But yeah, there's no way Trey his room should have been done before anybody. He don't deserve that. He hasn't done anything to deserve that. Trey ass, and he big, his ass would be outside cutting grass and stuff.
I know how dangerous parties that's become. And I try to give him everything he wants. He said he wants to be a streamer. I invested in his streaming journey. He said he wants to box. I invested in his boxing thing. Everything Trey said he want to do, I'm giving it to him. And that's even if he don't deserve it. And I am not appreciating it.
Now, she said it out her own mouth. Trey wanted to do boxing, she got it for him. Trey wanted to go stream, she got it for him. Even when Trey didn't deserve it. I really hope Super play this back. So basically, Trey could have been in his room random, like what I want to do. Boxing. I want to do boxing. Here goes Super. All right, baby. Let me go get your gloves and your boxing bag and all of that stuff. Then he do that shit for a couple of days. Nah. I want to do streaming. Okay, Trey. Let me go get all your streaming stuff, all your computers, all your cameras, all your lights, and da. Trey do streaming for a couple of days. Yeah, I don't like this no more. I want to do, and here you go. So how are you helping Trey? You're hurting Trey. That's why Trey running around here doing what the hell he want to do. His big ass will be out there cutting grass with the push more, not the riding one.
As soon as something don't go his way, he being disrespectful. He talking back. That day he took something out Ray's hand. When I told her that she couldn't have social, that pissed me off. And I only did it piss me off with Trey, but it pissed me off with Ray because I felt like Ray should have said something. I can't keep chastising Trey by myself. And it pissed me off with Trey because you gon'
Wait, did she say it pissed her off because Razor wouldn't chastise Trey? Girl, bitch, Trey bigger than Razor. Wait, hold on. Did she say Razor or did she say his daddy? I hope she said his daddy. I missed that part in his Instagram and I can't necessarily rewind. But bitch, if I was Razor, bitch, please. Girl, you fight that big old nigga. I'm not getting in no fight between you and that big old nigga. You done lost your mind. That's your son. Me and you get divorced. You gonna be with the girl, please. I sure hope you meant the daddy. I sure hope you didn't say you hope you Razor piss you off because he ain't helping you discipline. Razor's smart as hell if he don't. I wouldn't girl, please. Y'all seen Trey? I ain't seen Trey in real life, but let me tell you something. I seen Super in real life when she was big. And Super in Tokyo, not only was them hoes big like this, them hoes was big like this. Them hoes 6 feet tall. Hello? If any of y'all ever seen Tokyo Vanity or Super seen in real life, them hoes wasn't big like like this. They were big like this. Them hoes was big like this. Them some big old bitches. 6 feet minimum. So if Super that big, Trey gotta be 6'3". Bitch, if Super that big, Trey gotta be 6'3". Don't let the surgery fool you. Super is a plush pal. Her words, not mine. Don't let the surgery see y'all let the new bodies and the new faces and all that fool y'all. Y'all gotta remember, Super is a plush pal, a big old girl. Oh yes. These ain't no little bitty girls. And again, I could be biased because I'm 5'4" 3/4. I'm 5'4" 3/4, so but I could be biased. But when I see them big old bitches walk through that door, I said, shit, bitch, you gotta shoot them hoes. You can't fight no bitches big like that, girl. You gotta get the gun. What you mean? Ain't no fight. We gotta just shoot.
Take some out right hand because I said no, but you don't do that with your friends. You don't even try to be that macho over your friends when it comes to my rules and my respect. And what I said, y'all can and can't do. But you want to do it to my man? To your stepfather?
Ooh. So Trey bucking up on Ray? Ooh. So she say Trey don't check his friends when she telling Trey what her rules and boundaries is. But Trey bucking up on Ray, girl, that's why Ray don't want to get in your problem. Ray don't want Trey to beat the fuck out of him playing with you. Because guess what? After Trey beat Ray up, Razor, you gonna still be by your son. See, it's not like you married or you got with like a character from Baby Boy. Y'all remember, put a 3 in the chat when Tyrese, what was his character when Baby Boy, when he was like, what's up, baby boy? He was like, guns and butter, baby. No, what he was saying? Yeah, you didn't get with a nigga like that. You didn't get with a real nigga that get to hitting himself in the top of the head and start talking about the time he hit a nigga with the blicky. You feel what I'm saying? It had the double bite. It had to get the nigga back. And the nigga who he got the nigga for owed him a store, owed him a favor, and gave him a big screen TV. You ain't with a nigga like that. You not with a nigga who can't sleep at night because the bodies keep bothering him. You with a soft life nigga. You with a nigga living his soft life. Bitch, I don't blame Razor. Hell no, I ain't getting in the middle of you and no goddamn Trey. Hell no. Hell no. You done lost your mind. Bitch, please. You ain't got that type of nigga, nah. You should have got a new type of nigga, Super. Now, that's what happened. And let this be a lesson to y'all women. When you want to be the man, you get you a soft life nigga. There you go. See me? I don't want to be a man. I'm a woman. And I'm all woman. Soft, baby. I don't want to be a man. All you hoes want to be men? You're going to get a bunch of soft life niggas. Uh-huh.
What's up, me inspiration? Say, okay. Do for you. Who only want the best for you? You should be insane. The level of disrespect is insane. He would never do that to me. Because Nate won't put him in his place. And I always respect him. Phil won't put him in his place. Phil had to come pick up Trey. And tell Trey, the way you talk to your mom, I'm going to get you for that. The way you got your mom stressed out, I'm going to get you for that. Because he do not understand how stressed I am. Now I got that in a whole week. Stressed out behind myself.
Super, ain't nobody got you stressed out behind your son but you. Trey this is not Trey's fault. This is not Trey's fault. You spoiled him. He's a product of what you created. This is not Trey's fault. And I don't mean to compare him to an animal, but it's like if you train an animal to jump through hoops, why are you gonna get mad when he start jumping through the hoops? Like, Super created her own situation. And this is what healing is about. Because one thing I know about mamas like Super, I bet growing up, couldn't nobody say shit to Trey. I bet growing up, soon as somebody bet their mouth to say something to Trey, check Trey, stop Trey, correct Trey, I bet you Super, don't play with my baby. Don't touch my baby. Don't put your hands on my, you don't say nothing to my child. You know how we do. Come on now. Come on now. I bet when Trey was a little bitty boy, could nobody say nothing to Trey. Now that Trey looking like a grown-ass man and a gladiator, now you sitting up here wondering why Trey don't respect your nigga, Trey don't respect you, Trey don't respect the teacher, and then you looking at the village asking them, well, what y'all gonna do in the village, looking back at you like, bitch, we tried to help you. Take your leg. And that's another thing too. That's another thing too, cause see, Super just be on here venting. Super don't want no change. But I've been told y'all drop them churn off by their daddy. I don't know what's wrong with you women. Y'all, I know what it is. I'm a woman. I know what it is. Some of y'all women hold on to kids to spite the nigga. And you ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself and the kid. A lot of y'all hold on to kids to spite the nigga. Sometimes it reminds me of Boys in the Hood. It was damn well right that Furious got his boy. Does that make sense? See, Angela Bassett was trying to get her life together. She wanted to be successful. She was still bad. Clock it, okay? And she had things going on. Trey kept getting into trouble. Trey was getting into fights down at the school when the boy said, nigga, I ain't from Africa, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. Remember that? Trey couldn't get his life together. And what did Trey mama do? What did Trey mama do? Pack Trey bags, put that suitcase on top of that old ass car, and drop Trey crazy low-lining head ass up. She dropped his ass off. And when he got out the car and Furious leaned over that car, what did she tell Furious? You wanted him. You got him. You see what I'm saying? You women are crazy. Drop them, especially the boys. Drop them children off, girl. Let them go learn how to be a man, girl. I don't give a damn if the nigga don't even know. They can learn together. Bitch, please. Each one teach one. I don't give a damn if your baby daddy don't know how to be a man. Let them niggas learn together. Drop them goddamn children off, especially them boys. Because what's going to happen is, all he going to do is get to a point where you can't do nothing with him and not look at you. Don't nobody want to help me. I told Ray's to get him, and Razor told me he'd rather fight me. And I looked back at Razor and I said, Razor, well, what about me? And he said, well, shit, what about me? And I asked Trey to respect me, and Trey said, F me and Razor. And I looked around and nobody wanted to help me. So I'm sitting over here saying, bitch, please take your lick. Take your lick. Take your lick. Drop them goddamn churn off. Y'all, I ain't never been that spiteful. Let me tell you something. My ex-husband / baby daddy, we done been through hell and high water. I done damaged vehicles back in the day. I done all types of stuff. But two things I ain't never got in the way of that nigga. His job and his child. Come get her. I just ain't never been that mad. I don't know how it feel to be that mad to keep a child away from their parent. I need a break. Come get them. Child, please. You feel what I'm saying? Either way, the point of the story is this. Supergirl, you in danger. And Trey gonna whoop your ass. Trey gonna double back and whoop Razor ass. And whoever else in that house, Trey gonna whoop all y'all ass. And you know what, Super? You ain't gonna be able to say nothing to nobody. You're gonna have to take your lick. And then you better hope Razor don't get tired of getting his ass whooped, because then he gonna leave your ass. Because no man wants to stick around and be scared of the sun. I'm just telling you straight up. I'm not no man, but I'm a human. And I understand men enough to know that a man don't like to be living amongst other men feeling threatened. Matter of fact, men don't typically like living amongst other men unless it's some sort of roommate situation. So what I'm telling you is, girl, you just got married. You just had your natural hair and all of that. You look beautiful, fat. But if you don't put Trey in line, your man gonna leave you. Hey, even on baby boy, what his mama told him, mama gotta have a life too. Girl, please. How old Trey is? How old Trey is? Girl, please. Trey will be on the clock. Oh, yeah, Trey. I'm glad. I hope you had fun. Which is 16, 17. Baby, you got 1 year, 6 months, 8 days, 3 weeks, 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 36 seconds before your ass up out of here. I don't know what you're going to do. You want me to call an army recruiter? You want to go be all you could be? You feel what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I would immediately revert back to old school, 18, and that's when the law can't make me keep you. Your ass up out of here. Oh, yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure hope you enjoyed it. 18, your ass up out of here, and can't nobody make you stay. Say what I said. But Super has to understand the way in which, and I can't tell Super how to raise her kids. However, the way she raised the way she raised Trey is the way I see a lot of black women raising their children, not just their sons, their children, period. So I'm not going to put it on black women and their sons. I'm talking to my generation of parents who creating these monsters. Because guess what? Trey ain't going to be no good to nobody. This is no shade. And I'm not talking about Trey particular. I'm using his situation as an example. Trey don't have no work ethic. Trey ain't never worked for nothing he wanted. Everything Trey has ever wanted has been given to him. Now, let me ask you a question. How do you think Trey is going to show up in a relationship? This is your daughters that's going to be dating the Treys that the women are creating. So how would Trey show up in a relationship? Selfish, self-centered, arrogant. You feel what I'm saying? Entitled. He's not going to be able to create successful relationships. Because if a woman or a girl that he's dating, lazy, oh my God, lazy is the understatement. He's going to be hella lazy. So if you raising a young daughter, put a head on her shoulder, or a young girl who to look for a man to take care of her, and most of the women are creating Treys, what are we doing? Trey ain't gonna be no good to nobody in a relationship. When it come down to work, he won't be able to get a job nor keep one. Even if he got one, he won't be able to keep it. He has zero work ethic, zero respect for authority. That's why he ended up calling her everything but the child of God and raiser. Because let me tell you something. One thing about a man, my daddy probably about 5'7", 5. No, my daddy probably about 5'8" back when we was younger. My daddy probably was about 5'8". He wasn't no big old nigga, 5'9", 5'10" probably. I probably say about 5'10". 5'9", 5'10" my daddy was when we was growing up. And my daddy wasn't no big old nigga, but my daddy commanded respect. And when my brothers got bigger and taller, he still commanded that respect and still got it. It ain't about size. It's just about who you are as a person. And she is creating a boy that's going to grow up into a man's body, but his mind will always be a boy. He's never going to be held accountable for anything that he does. He's never going to be responsible for anything that he does. He's always going to have her to count on, and she's always going to be abused. Let's find the lesson in Super Scent. Myself included, we've all been guilty of that. Wanting to give our children everything we didn't have. What I'm telling you is we're setting ourselves up for failure long term, and we're killing our children. Because in this dog-eat-dog world and society that we have, if you don't equip your children with willpower, with independence, if you don't equip your children with the ability to think for themselves, make their own decisions, you are creating zombies to just walk across the earth. And this is the worst part. When I look at parenting, most of us are creating zombies. That's just the God's honest truth. And we really think we doing a good thing and a good deed by giving our children every single thing that they have, and we hurting them. Make them work for it. The Yeezys woke me up with my child. Yeah, I went and spent $300 on some LeBron James shoes, some yellow and orange LeBron James when he was in his prime. Yeah, I did that. My baby played basketball. I did, and I ain't have that, but I did that. But when she hit me up for the Yeezys and told me there was $600, that snapped something out of me. I need you guys to get snap up out of this because we create monsters. And from that moment on, I told my child, go get a job and I'll go half on them. She ain't asked me for Yeezy cents. You get it? See, when you make a child put their own money in, it hit different. It hit different. I go half on them. Give me your 3. I'm going to put my 3, which I wasn't going to do. I was just bull jiving. I was just saying it. Okay, yeah, we're going to do the Yeezys. I'm going to go half on them. You go get a job, put your 3 up. I'm going to put my 3 up, and we're going to get the Yeezys. You should have heard the pause. Hello? Well, yeah, but I only make $200 every 2 weeks. Well, we'll have them in about a month, right? Make the wheels start turning in their little brains. You see what I'm saying? That's when the wheels start turning. See, when you realize how hard it takes for you to get the money, the wheels start turning. But I said, I got my 3 though. I got my 3. You get your 3. You say you make about 2 every 2 weeks. So in about a month, boom, we'll have them. See, when them wheels start turning, she ain't asked me about them. I had to remind her. Oh, you still want the Yeezys? Oh, no, I changed my mind. I'm just going to get some Vans. When I tell you I hung up that phone and went, yes! Yeah, go get you some $50 Vans. Stop acting crazy. What I'm telling y'all is catch up and wake up. You get it? Catch up and wake up. She got her some Vans. Yes, she did. Matter of fact, she got her 2 pairs. I bought her a bonus pair just for waking up. I bought her a bonus pair, baby, the good kind. You want these with the designs on the side, girl? Come on, girl. I got you, paid. We sure did. A lesson learned. Stop giving your children everything. You're killing them. You're killing them. Okay. Now, and also drop them churn off by their daddy. I've been telling y'all that. Drop them churn off by their daddy. Say what I said. Now, you can hold on to the churn because you want to spite the nigga. Good for you, not me. You're going to end up like Super. Just like Stupid said. Shout out to Superman. That lady ain't did me nothing. She just do stupid stuff sometimes. Y'all want to see something? Shout out. This is not shady, but I saw this and I wanted to share this with y'all. So I'm from New Orleans. I haven't been around a bunch of different cultures. Like I said, I grew up with Black people and a few Vietnamese. Okay. The white people that was in our culture only worked in New Orleans. They didn't hardly for the most part live there. So when I finally got around Africans and stuff, it was after I moved to Atlanta. And I never really had their food. But I saw this, and again, I'm not being shady, but I saw this dish that on Twitter, and I don't know what it is, and we're going to get into it, but I understand more the difference in cultures. Let's get into it. Y'all, check this out.
Have you ever heard of black soup? Hi guys, my name is Chi Special. My Benin City people gather here. This is a blend of different types of leaves. And this is my banga extra. This is my well-cooked goat meat. And this is my very soft pomo. This is my stockfish. And also this is my panla fish. I added more palm oil because my banga was not enough. Then I went in with my locust beans. I be no be locust beans them they call it. Be like saying a native Maggi. Trust me at your own risk. I cover my pot and I open them again. Make sure to boil this soup well so that it go thick small. Now what is black soup without catfish? Only my Benin people will understand this one. I know some of you be wondering why I didn't put salt and Maggi. Well, it's because I properly seasoned all my protein before adding them to the soup. And I also added the meat stock. As for my pepper, I blended it together with all the leaves for the black soup, even together with my crayfish. Trust me. And if you want me to give you the names of the leaf I blended together, then you have to comment names of leaf on the comment section. Trust me. But guys, let's remove joke aside. This particular soup was a banger. I go live for you. Now why those states people know they joke with this soup? This is not just a soup, but it is a traditional soup. Trust me. And it's also one of the best soup in Nigeria. I know say some people go argue this thing now because them too like comparison. Well, make sure to like and share this video. And see you in my next one. Bye.
So, the only reason I brought this up was because I want to show you something. Culturally, let's just take the food off the table. We all know, no, we got to add the food. Listen, culturally, most black people in America would literally turn their nose up at that. Now, unless you're familiar with the culture, it seems more normal to you. But the ingredients, the color of the soup, it looks horrible. I just have to say that. And I'm not dragging the people food, but culturally, we are different types of people. Let's look at the ingredients that this lady is using for this stuff. I see goat meat, which is not bad. I've eaten goat. But even with the way that she's preparing and the things that she's using, the quality of foods that we use in Black America is not like this. We don't, even our quote unquote slave food, it's like top tier cuisine compared. You see what I'm saying? Like, the point I'm making is this. There's cultural differences that not only it does not only display in our language or our clothes, it's everything in our food. And we've been taught for how long that we didn't have no culture, when the fact of the matter is, first of all, I told y'all the world got its culture from America, not the other way around. But I told y'all as well, we've been told we don't have culture so that we can look to everyone else while we give everybody ours. African people, I think, are beautiful. I love African people. I really do. I think my issue are with the Western world ones that are here trying to overtake here. I don't have no issue with Africa, but there's a huge, huge difference. And I need Black America to understand this, because some of y'all, really believe y'all are African. Some of y'all really believe that that's the place you come from. You don't have no physical, mental, spiritual, emotional connection to that place. Not even through the food, the language, the music. There's zero you have in connection to that place. The only connection you have to Africa is the fact that you were taught that. That's the only connection you have to there. You don't eat the same. You don't walk the same. You don't talk the same. You don't act the same. Your blood ain't the same. Your DNA ain't the same. Your hair ain't the same. Your skin might look the same, but it ain't the same. Nothing about you is the same. Only thing you know that connects you to Africa is what somebody told you. Understand the differences. It wasn't to pull this food up to say how nasty it looked, even though I think it looks nasty. It was to show you there was a huge difference. And let me show you how influential Black women are, first of all. But not only how influential Black women are, Black American culture are. Even the punks in Africa have mannerisms like the punks in America and like the Black women. Clock this. Look.
Guys who are exploring African food is so nice. Salsa, spinach, and some pork. So nice. Having a friend that loves you. And it's hard when you're like, Nyatando. All thanks to
even the gays act like the gays in America and Black women in America. The way they talk, their mannerisms, that's Black American, baby. Let's really be clear. That's us. That ain't nobody but us. That's the gay Black men here and the Black women right here from this here land in this here culture. But they want us to believe we African. Well, if we come from Africa, why does Africa copy us and we don't copy Africa? If the chicken comes before the egg, then how in the hell does the chicken look to the egg for its guidance? Especially when somebody telling you the chicken should look to the egg when the egg can't survive without the chicken. Don't let it go over your head. You ain't African. I know you believe it, But if you really start to ask yourself why you believe you African, you're going to realize the only reason you believe that is because somebody told you that. You ain't proved that to nobody. You ain't got no documentation, and don't give me shit about that whack-ass DNA test. I don't know why y'all gave them people your DNA. They done sold it all across the world by now anyway. It's probably 6 of you mother pluckers running around here now. So don't give me, I can prove it by DNA. That DNA testing is not real. It's not even a thing. That's not even accurate. You don't have no documentation to point you to that place. Yet and still, you attaching yourself to a place that can't live without you. That place thrives only because of what you do. We only know, the world only know about Africans because of you. When people think of black people on earth, who is the people they think of? I'll wait. When people think of black people on earth, when people think of who are the black people on earth, there's only one group of people that comes in mind. And I don't give a damn if you're talking to a white person, a black person, one from this side of the earth, that side of the earth, or from another sphere. It's only one group of people that come up when you think about black people. So if we come from another place, why is everywhere following us and we not following the other place? Think. If our influence is that cold, but yet our history and our culture comes from Africa, why in the pluck does Africa follow us and we don't follow Africa? Think. It's just common sense. I'm not asking you to go study nothing. I'm not asking you to research nothing. I'm not asking you to Google nothing. I'm asking you to use your common sense. If we come from Africa, why does Africa look to us and we don't look to Africa? There you go. Let that be. And shout out to Africa. Shout out to Africa. This is no shade. I love Africa. Matter of fact, I want to take a visit out there. I just got a download yesterday that I got to start getting out and traveling because I got to go see. You see what I'm saying? So I do like, shout out to Africa. This is no shade. And it ain't going to be one of my first stops, but it is going to be one of my stops. However, there's a difference. I need you to understand that difference. You look different. You walk different. You talk different. You act different. You are different. You are the Alpha and the Omega, not them. They come from you. You taught them how to bathe. They didn't teach you how to bathe. Egypt ain't in Africa. It's under your feet. Tennessee, St. Louis, Louisiana. See, all that white boy did, think like him, was take you out of the location, but gave you the story. He gave you the right, he kind of gave you some of the story, but moved the location. That's all he did, to keep you out your mind. Don't let that go over your head. It's really that simple. And shout out to Africa. This is no shade. And this is what I learned too. When you talk to people who are honest about Africa, they'll be honest and tell you, like Honest from Africa, they'll tell you what's real. When you're dealing with people who are honest. Now let's get into these Chicago ICE raids. I told y'all, Brandon Adams Johnson, I don't know, the one who y'all say is the mayor for Chicago. He's supposed to be, they say he a tether. I'm not sure. Either way, him and the governor is standing to get arrested because they don't want to listen to Trump with this ICE stuff. Let's really be clear. States have dominion and they can say what goes on and what don't. However, when we deal with federal law, because immigration is a federal situation, you cannot step in the middle of that. You can't do that. Okay. So the governor and the mayor is stepping on the front lines with their hands up, Brandon Johnson, I'm sorry, saying, I would rather y'all shoot me than take these goddamn illegal aliens. Let me say this to Black Americans in the chat. For all you niggas, and I know it ain't us, but for the ones who sitting up here hollering and screaming about, oh, it's so bad the way they doing the kids. Oh, it's so bad what they doing in Chicago. Oh, what about the black? Shut your nappy head, ugly ass up. You part of the problem. Because were you not just hollering and screaming when they dumped the illegals in your neighborhoods, took your schools, took your buildings, took your resources, and propped them up like some goddamn kings and queens? Now that they're getting them up out of here, that's not a lot, but a few of you are losing your minds because now you want to be humane. Now you want to be a part of the humane society and feel like, oh my God, this is just so horrible. Shut your duck ass up. Shut it up. Because that type of mindset, let's really be clear. Hold on.
Black people.
That type of mindset, to have a mindset to where you would rather sacrifice and forsake yourself to help others, is detrimental to your kind. A group who put others before them will not survive. They can't. Black America for too long has put everybody before us. The only reason we've survived this long is simply by the grace of God and the ancestors. Girl, if it wasn't for the Spirit and the Most High, we would have been up out of here. Because our mentalities have completely shifted to where we don't care about each other. We care about everybody except ourselves. We would literally cut off our own nose to spite our face just so we won't feel like we're doing the wrong thing to others. We won't have that same desire for each other, but for everybody else. We cried, we whined, we bitched, we kicked. When all them migrants was flooding into our cities, our property taxes got raised, our insurances got raised. We cut up, we acted a nigga around here. We talked about how they was giving them $20,000 a month of food stamps, $5,000 of cash. Mexicans that can't speak no English is starting businesses, buying food trucks. We cut up over here behind that shit. Now that Trump coming through with ICE, here come the niggas. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus, white Jesus Christ naked on the bike. The way they doing them kids, I just can't watch the way they doing them cheering. It's one thing to get them out, because Lord knows we got to get them out, but my God don't bless no mess. Oh, the way they gathered up them cheering, it just hurt my poor heart. What about your grand cheering? Fuck them cheering, but the way they grabbed them little cheering up, it just hurt my little heart. And I'm over here saying, die, just die. Y'all remember when Whitney was about to get married to Byron? That's my favorite scene. I used to dream that was me. But when Whitney was getting married to Byron on a different world, what's his name? Dwayne ran up and said, Would you please be my wife forever and ever? Please, baby, please. And she said, I do. And the preacher said, and the mom said, you heard her. And he said, yeah, I heard her, but to who? And she said, to him. And she said, I do. And the mama said, die, just die. That's how I be feeling with these coon ass niggas. Die, just die. I'm gonna have to find that meme. I need that meme, because that's how I be feeling with some of these coon ass niggas. I swear to God. Just die. Just go. Just leave, girl. Just die, Lord. Anyway, that's my favorite episode. B. Jackson, listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you I used to fantasize that happened to me in real life, listen, my fantasy is I'm at the altar with I think the love of my life, and the love that I never knew I loved. No, I knew I loved him, but he ain't know it yet. He come and whisk me away at the altar and say, please, baby, please. And I say, I do. How Whitney said, I do. I won't cry like Krishan after I say I do. I do. Oh, bro. I do, bro. Let's get back into the show. But I want to love a man if I want to do the ugly cry. He let me ugly cry, okay? We all got an ugly cry. We just don't use it all the time. Boop. Let's get into this young brother, what he telling the Black Americans in Chicago who bitching about ICE. Black America, shut your ass up or die. Just die. Shut up and let them people round up these illegals so we can get from around here.
Black people in Chicago, let's get this clear for the record so nobody is confused, right? In 2020 and 2021, when Democrats, specifically Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, flooded Chicago with the illegal, undocumented criminal invaders, y'all didn't have nothing to say about that, right? When the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, gave them benefits, millions, prepaid EBT cards with $10,000 on it, prepaid Visa cards, 6 months worth of free rent, free healthcare, free childcare.
J.M. Edwards said, and I'm going to rewind it, but J.M. Edwards said, girl, what she said, I hope What she said, I hope you show better than that Whitley did to plan a wedding with one man while wanting another man. Girl, you are talking to somebody who was married and engaged at the same time. The way my mind and my heart connect, it hit different. I wish I could say that, but you know what? Let me heal. I'm a heal. Because I would love to get on this here internet and tell you that would never happen. But again, you talking to the person who was married and engaged at the same time. I got to work on that. He ain't through with me yet. My bad, y'all. I got to work on that. That just gave me some perspective.
It's clear for the record so nobody is confused, right? In 2020 and 2021, when Democrats, specifically Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, flooded Chicago with the illegal, undocumented criminal invaders, y'all didn't have nothing to say about that, right? When the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, gave them benefits, millions, prepaid EBT cards with $10,000 on it, prepaid Visa cards, 6 months worth of free rent, free healthcare, free childcare, y'all were okay with that. And then you all continue to be okay with it by going out and voting for Kamala Harris to continue what she was doing with the open borders, right? Now that ICE is there to actually do something about it, right? With Trump's mandate, now you all are boohoo, whining and crying, complaining that ICE is coming to black neighborhoods. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Where else are they supposed to go when that's where y'all allowed them to go? You see, Democrats didn't put these illegals in Oak Brook or Oak Park or Evanston, in any of the white neighborhoods, yet you got the white liberals downtown protesting to keep those people there because they know that they're in black neighborhoods.
And let's be clear. Remember, that was another thing, a town hall meeting in Chicago, and it should have been one in New Orleans, Atlanta, and all these other places. They were literally housing these people and giving these people millions and millions of dollars. The black people in the residence and in the area was pissed. Remember them, put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember them white folks having that town hall meeting when they were talking about bringing some of them illegals to the suburbs. Shit, them white folks got together, had that town hall meeting and had that shit squared away in 5 minutes. Do you hear me? Them white folks said, you better take that shit over there by them niggas. Yes, they did. They had made mention. They hadn't even shipped them over there yet. Somebody put a rumor in the wind that they was going to send not all, just a few illegals to the white people neighborhood. Them white folks gathered at that town hall with all vigor and fighting them and said, I'll be damned. And they had that shit squared away in 5 minutes. So you want to know why ICE is in black neighborhoods? Because you the only niggas over here saying, come on in. Come on in. Ain't nobody targeting niggas. You invited them in. When you voted for your black mayor, you invited them in. You opened the door and like Offset, you went like this. You opened the door and your pocketbook, mind you, and did like this. You did that. You did it. We got to take our lick. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. They catch y'all on the mayoral race every time. All they do is put a black face in front of y'all. Just like the brother just said, Lori Lightfoot gave them millions. Kamala was giving them everything y'all had. Okay? Everybody y'all love is screwing us in the butt. But you like to get screwed because you rather turn around and turn your head and get screwed than to look back to see who fucking you. And it bothers me. It really annoys me. Niggas, especially you niggas in politics. Let me say this part. Get me up here. I gotta say this part. Niggas in politics annoy me more than anybody on the face of this earth. You niggas in politics would rather bend over and arch your bike so hard and high up. You'd rather bend over and keep your head straight than to turn around and see who in the back fucking you. And you would do that shit every 4 years. Political niggas are the religious niggas are. But political niggas, you come behind the religious niggas. Use your brain. That's how they plan on y'all. Every time they put the black face in front of you, she smiles. She might say something that's kind of like cool with the people, or she might do something, dance like T.D. was doing with the second line, and all the niggas go, ah! and then they bolt them in, and then they screw you over. All I'm asking you is, instead of arching your back, turn around and see who's screwing you. But y'all celebrate y'all black mayors, though. They the ones screwing you.
And y'all goofy. Y'all falling for this. Y'all voted for Kamala Harris, and now y'all are protesting ICE coming to black neighborhoods to remove these criminal invaders. Y'all are calling ICE racist for coming to the black neighborhoods. Well, why are they coming to the black neighborhoods? Because that's where you all allowed them to go. So tell me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave without telling me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave.
This is what he was saying. When y'all be voting on these bills and voting on these mayors and voting on this stuff, a lot of people don't read the fine print. And I'm starting to notice about the New Orleans race too, because I'm paying attention. I ain't paying attention to who's winning. I'm just watching the people. I'm people watching. And I'm watching my people get into it with each other, go back and forth with each other, and all y'all arguing over who got the worst snake, because all of them snakes. Ain't Henry, none of these mother pluckers is on your side. You got the Democrats going down there windmilling and shilling for all of these illegals, but you don't never hear them when something going down for Black America. Yet and still, when it's time for them to run for anything, and I don't give a damn if it's for mayor, governor, judge, president, whenever it's time for them to run, who they run to? Whenever you need them, they tell you to kick rocks. But whenever it's time to run, who the first people they go and pander to? They out here with their hands up, don't shoot. Please, I'm going to defend these illegal aliens with my life. Don't get me started on Jasmine Crockett. I'm going to defend these illegal aliens with my life and my breath, everything in my body. Let something happen to niggas. Oh. Well, you guys need to follow the Constitution. Well, you guys need to go down and put this into law. Well, you got, and nobody's turning around to see who fucking them. And that's the problem I have. Black Americans, let's really be clear. When it comes to social media, a lot of these protests are fake, started by crisis actors, okay? Let's really be clear about that. A lot of these protests are fake, and then they catch on because what the enemy knows is that people are followers. They're sheep. If you get one to do it, remember I told y'all it's the same thing like the slow clap? The enemy understands you better than you'll ever understand yourself. You need to start studying the enemy. It's like the slow clap. All it takes is one person in the audience once that person do that 3 times, somebody else gonna go. And the next thing you know, standing up, that is what the enemy use on you. They get a couple of them to come out there, the crisis actor, to go out here and say this is racist, or they get somebody on the internet to come out here and spark it off, and all it takes is for the slow clap to start, but somebody else to run with the move. So don't be confused when you see a lot of this stuff on the internet. A lot of this stuff is planted to get you to start with the clapping. It's a lot of slow claps that started on purpose. Let ICE come in there and round them illegals up. Black America, this is not affecting us. ICE has not affected Black America in any way, shape, or form as of yet, to my knowledge. Not collectively. ICE has not have a collective ICE has not directly affected the collective of Black America as of yet, to my knowledge. Unless somebody could drop down in the comments and tell me something that I missed, I have not seen ICE directly negatively affect Black America yet. So Black America don't have nothing to say about what ICE is doing over there with them illegal aliens. What they're doing is trying to bait you into giving them your energy so that they can harvest it, okay? They know that their movements don't move without you. That's why they always putting your name in it. Oh, Black America, they in Chicago. Oh, Black America, they messing with y'all. They do that every single time. They're trying to harvest your energy. Don't do it. ICE has not affected us as a collective. Let that be on them people that ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. Chicago, stand down. Let ICE run through that bitch like they came in on New Jack City when they got Nino Brown in them. Remember when they ran through the apartments and they finally got them? When they had What's his name when Pookie was up there doing the jumping jacks and all of that? And they let ICE run through that bitch and run through Cash Money Projects and clean that shit up. You ain't got nothing to do with that. You ain't got nothing to do with that. You stand by and let ICE run through that bitch and clean it up, and then you move back on in. That's all you do. This is what the people don't want to happen. This is why they're making it seem like it's something bad for you. Because if you allow it to happen, you're going to get your land back. You're going to get your shit back. Does that make sense? They don't want you to get your stuff back. They've been having us fight against our own better good for so long that it's bothering them now that we waking up. That's why we pull back politically. Shout out to all the people who either sat on the couch or went to the right. We pulling back our energy and it's making them lose their minds. They cannot survive without our energy. This is the vampires that they talk about in the movies. They cannot survive without your energy. So they'll find any way to implicate you so that you can give them your energy. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it, okay? Do not fall for it. Black America, we are doing just fine. We are doing just fine, okay? All right, y'all. Now let's get into Derrick Groves, child. Oh my God, honey. Oh, Derrick Groves. I bought him up and they called him. I didn't know that nigga was downtown Atlanta, though. I would have expected that boy to be a lot of places. But downtown Atlanta, no, bro. Nigga couldn't have made me believe that. Derrick Groves was the last inmate that was supposed to be captured from New Orleans that escaped from New Orleans jail, right? Now, Derrick Groves been out for 6 months. I literally just bought this kid up. And then the next day, boom, he get popped. Derrick, if you're on here, I ain't got nothing to do with that fat. I don't know what them people talking about. Okay? Either way, Derrick is downtown Atlanta chilling. Now, I don't know who he messed with or who ratted him out, but he was out for 120 days. That's 6 months. I'm pretty sure he got at least 3-4 churn on the way. And I'm pretty positive he's had him a good old time and a good old run. Okay, now Derrick, they done got him. I don't know who tipped him off, and whoever tipped him off, if you think you're gonna get the money, they say they don't never pay them people. So good luck to you. I wanted him to stay out. I didn't want him to get caught. I was rooting for Derrick, but you know, it is what it is. So they done finally caught him, y'all. Let's get into a bit of what's been going on. He been gone for 5 months, girl. Let's get into it. I can't play the music. Look at him as they bring him out. Look at him, girl. He's so pale. Look at him. Oh, Derrick. It looked like Set It Off, the movie. It looked like some movie shit. Look how they got him. Oh, Lord, Derrick. Yo, look at him. Who house he was by? Look. Oh. Who house he was by? It's so many questions. Who called the police? And who house he was by? Did they get arrested? What happened? How long was he over there? Was he messing with somebody? Did he get into it with one girl because the girl found out he was messing with another girl and she said, bitch, you're going back to jail? You know how old it is, because that would have been me back in the days. Oh, yeah, you want to escape from jail and you want to escape and come out here and fuck over me? Oh, yeah, I hope you had fun. You're going back. You can't come out of jail and escape and cheat on me. You know, we women, we all know how we is. You cannot come out of jail and play with me or cheat on me because you're going back. I don't give a damn if they want to kill you when you go back. Stop playing with me. Okay? So I don't know what was going on. I don't know if he got caught with a bitch and then the other bitch said, I hope you had fun. I'm calling the police or whatever the case may be. I don't know what's going on. All I know is they went got the boy and he on his way back to jail. And he could feel it in the air. I can feel it in the air. Or something like that they be saying on the song. Hold on, I got some more. Girl, this is a shame. This is a shame. I can't believe, Derrick. What was you doing? It says new footage shows the moment Derrick Groves was inside the police cruiser as he was being taken into custody. According to WWL-TV, neighbors shared that they are suspicious of Groves for at least a month after witnessing unusual behavior. Well, girl, he was a fugitive.
Here, we were trying to film it. I'm going to go back and listen to that video because we have it on 3 different cameras here for our news station. So we are going to go back and try and isolate the audio and hear exactly what he said. But we could tell he was certainly trying to get the crew's attention because he was yelling out the left side of the vehicle as the crews were over there. And then as the car turned around and police were taking him off, we could see him move to the right side of the vehicle, started yelling again through the bars of those windows. So he has something to say. We're just not sure exactly what it was at this point. Here, we were trying to film it. I'm going to go back and listen to that video because we have it on 3. SWAT broke the door down to, they broke the garage door down to, and this is where we are told Derek Groves was hiding. That convicted murderer, it appears, seemed to have been existing in the garage space as well. You probably can't see it from around the tree, but we were pushed a little bit further back when they put up the crime scene tape. However, you can see a bed frame inside that garage, so it was clear somebody was living in that space as well. I spoke with some neighbors earlier off camera when we were seeing Derek Groves getting taken away in the car, and they were telling us that they noticed people standing in front of the window, looking out the window. She said there was just some suspicious activity. I spoke with a little older woman across the street, and she told me that she had noticed every time she went out to go to her mail, somebody was staring at her from across the way, looking through the blinds and just watching her. So at this point, neighbors say there was some suspicious activity going on for at least a month. See.
Oh, this nigga was in the house playing Michael Myers? Nigga, you told on yourself. Nigga, you in the house playing like you Freddy Krueger. Nigga, you trying to play like you in a scary movie, nigga? What is you doing? Why is you looking out the goddamn blind? Nigga, what? I would have called the police on your crazy ass. You know what? I was rooting for you, Derek. You slow as a turtle. Why is you looking out the blind? You on the run. You is on the run. What is you looking through the blinds for like a goddamn hitchhiker or a kidnapper? I would have called the police on your crazy ass too. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, he was moving stupid. Why would you do that? Could you imagine going to your mailbox and you see a pale nigga looking through the blinds like, bitch, let me walk to my motherfucking mailbox and I see somebody pale looking through the bitch, hold on. 911, what's your emergency? I want to report a murder. This nigga trying to kill me. He running behind me with a gun right now. Please get over here. I'm white. Bitch, please. Girl, what is you doing? Yeah, you need to go to jail. You was doing too much. Why is you peeping through the window on them people? Girl, you done lost your mind, Derek. He might be thrown off. He might be crazy. Hey, one thing I seen though, he ain't killed nobody. He been out chilling. He ain't killed nobody. He been chilling. So I think that's a good thing. He just was looking. Maybe he was thinking about killing her. He didn't do it though. He did not do it. He just looked. It was on his mind. He probably was itching. He probably started shaking a little bit, but he didn't do it. I think he might be what they call them. They might have rehabbed him. He might be all right. He might be better. Derek might be all right. He just might be a little thrown off, but I think he gonna be all right. I think he might be all right. So it said, escape Orleans inmate Derek Groves was in custody after standoff with police. Now, this the rest of them niggas, you know, most of them niggas got arrested in 5 minutes. Most of them niggas got arrested. No, most of them niggas got out of jail and didn't know where to go. One of them niggas fell asleep at the bus stop. One of them niggas escaped and they had no money and nowhere to go and fell asleep at the bus stop and waited on the police to come. The other nigga went home and his baby mama threw him a party and he went live. They got him in about 3-4 hours. Look, one of them niggas was on live saying, yeah, man, we outside, you heard me? Out here, you feel me? Back out, you feel me? My old lady, me and my baby mama, and before that nigga could end the live, they went and got him. We was rooting for Derek. Derek and the nigga with the chest piece in the middle of his forehead. That was the two we was rooting for. And Derek let us down because he want to be creepy looking through the fucking blinds. Girl, bitch, I would have called them people so fast. Girl, I'd have called them people on Derek so fast, his head would have spin. By the time I'd have lied on that police report, girl, please, would have lied on the police report. What is you saying? Girl, I would have said that nigga probably, I would have said I smelled dead bodies from the house. Girl, the way I seen him carrying something and burying it in the backyard. I saw an arm fall out of black plastic bag. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. Bitch, I'm gonna say everything to get. I want the FBI. I want everybody over here. Bitch, you peeking through blinds. I'm scared of you. You got to go to jail, but you got to go to the jail where you can't come back. You got to go to the one where you don't come back from. Got to go. Derek, you got yourself in trouble. I was rooting for you.
This is a live picture from the scene. You can see heavily armed law enforcement officers, suited up in full regalia, full SWAT gear with cameras on their helmets. They are fully armed, and this is in that neighborhood in Southwest Atlanta, where we now know that Derek Groves was taken back into custody. So this is a live picture from the scene at this hour. Lots of law enforcement sources. You can see a police vest there. That's an indication that possibly Atlanta police are involved in this operation. We know that the U.S. Marshal's Office is likely involved in this situation, given that they have been the ones who've been leading the search for Derek Groves. That is a SWAT vehicle that you can see right there that's now being maneuvered around this neighborhood in Southwest Atlanta. That is what we're looking at right now, is a heavily armored vehicle, likely part of possibly the Atlanta Police Department's SWAT unit. You see a police car there in the foreground, also an indicator that this is Atlanta Police. I'm not familiar with what their police cruisers look like, but that is an indicator that this is actually Metro Atlanta Police possibly helping in this operation. We started to first get word, that looks like Clayton. I'm not sure, Clayton County Police, possibly, which you would think would be a sheriff's office. So maybe it's Clayton, Georgia. I'm not sure if this is like a smaller suburban municipality. We're going to have to kind of clarify the exact details of where exactly this is. Or that could just be a neighboring police department that has been assisting Atlanta police, assisting federal authorities, assisting a number of different law enforcement agencies as they tried to figure out whether or not, first, Derek Groves was actually in this location, and secondly, how to find him and how to take him into custody. No word from any sort of law enforcement sources about whether or not, he was injured as they took him into custody or what his condition might be at this time. But we do know that he is in law enforcement custody per our law enforcement sources as of around 1 o'clock this afternoon. So this weeks-long, this is a live picture from the scene. You can see heavily on.
All right. So they had the SWAT team. The lady must have called and said what I said I was going to say. They had Homeland Security, the FBI, the CIA, Atlanta Police, Clayton County, Clayton District. Everybody was out there for little pale Derek. Derek must have ran out of money, or he got into it with his old lady or something. I don't know. Something was going on. But either way, they done finally got him. They done finally arrested him. They say he been out for 5 months. He was the last inmate. And they say he was convicted earlier of killing 2 people at a Mardi Gras block party in 2024. What the is a Mardi Gras block party? Yeah, it's on site, whatever. But he shot 2 people at a DJ, because that's what it was. If you're from New Orleans, you know. But he must have seen a nigga or somebody he was beefing with at a DJ, and like they always do, they got the shooting and 2 people got shot. Or maybe they was the intended target. I don't know. But either way, I think he was reformed because he didn't come out and kill that we know of. Now, he didn't say he was innocent. It was the other one with the chest piece and the knife in the middle of his forehead. The one who had the king and the queen and the knife right here in the middle of the forehead. He was the one saying he was innocent, but we found out he was lying. That nigga wasn't in it. Antoine, what his name was? Antoine, whatever his name was. That nigga was lying, talking about he wasn't innocent. We found out the baby mama did. The old lady pressed charges on him because he was around there popping her upside the head. But it was because she hit him because she found out he was cheating with another bitch. So when she found out he was cheating with another bitch and she knew he had warrants, she was like, bet. Now listen, she didn't lie because the nigga did pop her. But they was popping each other. This is how I remember the story. They got into a fight. They fought because they always fight. But this time, the old lady had the upper hand because she said, oh, yeah, bitch, you want to put your hands on me this time and you got warrants? Bet. So she called the police And they got Antoine. Now, Antoine Massey came out here and lied and said that he was innocent. But Antoine did hit that girl. It's just they made up afterwards. But Derek was different. Derek shot 2 niggas at a DJ, and we knew he did it. We just was rooting for him anyway. Yeah, we never said Derek didn't do it. We knew he did it. We just was rooting for him because why not? I don't know. We just was in that energy like, yeah, we don't care if he killed 2 people. Let him out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we was like that. I don't know why. We just was. We was like, we don't care if he killed 2 niggas. They probably had beef. Let him out. You know what it reminds? And let me say something too to the people who be like, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Black people, stop. We do it in movies all the time. We always root for villains in movies when you think about it. As a matter of fact, most movies make the villain the most likable character. So everybody root for villains, whether it's in the movie or not. We just got to take our licks. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Look at him when he getting in the car. Look, he going to blow a kiss, y'all. Girl ain't no way. He was in there hunching in that house. Oh, yeah. He was in there hunching in that house. I know he was hunching in that house. I don't know who lived there. But that nigga went made him a fake Facebook profile and he was hunching down to the ground in that house. I know him humping like a turtle, humping like a rabbit. Do you hear me? He was hunching. I could see he looked like they pulled him up out some coochie. He was hunching. Yeah, abundance and clarity all up and through there. Hunching. They looked like they pulled him out some coochie. He was in some coochie when they knocked the door down. That's a shame. That's a shame to the girl who was laid down on her bike, let all of that fugitive juice in her. You ought to be ashamed to the women. All the women who allowed that fugitive to put that fugitive juice in you, you should be rebuking that demon. Y'all hoes should be rebuking that demon and going to church. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, letting him put that fugitive juice up in you. Look at all the hoes with the fugitive juice. Oh, well. Hey, I ain't even mad. Look at all the hoes with the fugitive juice. And, oh, well. I ain't even mad at you, fat. Get your fugitive juice, baby. I ain't mad at you. You right. Who am I to judge? You right, fat. Get your fugitive juice, but y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all shouldn't be able to look in the mirror at yourselves. After you got that fugitive juice, you should not be able to look in the mirror at yourselves. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I said what I said. Look, if you like me, you don't need to look in the mirror. Bitch, I walk past him anyway. Look, soon as you do something you know is messed up, girl, you be like, I can't even look in the mirror. How could you look in the mirror at yourself? Don't. I don't even pass the mirror, fat. Please. I don't need to look at what I know. What I'm looking for, I already know what to see. I already know what I'm going to look at. I don't need to look at the mirror. I don't look in the mirror. Don't ask me how I look in the mirror at myself, because I don't. I don't. Don't worry about it. I ain't mad at you, fat. Don't look at the mirror, because I ain't look at it when you know what I'm saying? I didn't look at the mirrors when I do my ratchet stuff. I never look back at the mirrors. What I'm looking for. Okay? Now, I told y'all the truth come out through 2 ways, right? A joke and mad D. Because Derek is gone. He ain't coming back. They're going to put his slave clothes on him and we're going to see his new mugshot. Matter of fact, hold on. Before we get to Derek, I got his mugshot. I thought I had his mugshot. Hold on. Life can bring us through many changes. It's all right. It's going to be all right. Hold on. I got his, here you go. Now, they ain't put his slave clothes on him yet, but we got a shot. Hold on. There you go. That's your boy, Michael Myers in the flesh, back behind bars. Since he want to be a peeping Tom, they peeped his ass right back to the prison. Prison is where he went. And honestly, since he killed 2 people and he want to be a creep, I think he deserves to be back in prison. What's this boy named Derek? Don't come on here if you're on here. I'm pretty positive you're not on here. They still booking you. But if you ever were to watch this broadcast afterward, just know I didn't have nothing to do with that. I was rooting for you, but the fact that you was peeping out the windows, you right where your ass belong. You is a creep. You is a creep, Derek. Stop peeking through windows at the people. That scares people. I know y'all do that down to the jailhouse. People don't like that in real life. It's creepy, Derek. People don't like it. Okay? Now, for all you hoes that want to write Derek something, put something on his books, hopefully he can get out and give you a little fugitive juice. They say they got the information on Twitter. Go look it up. It's a few you hoes looking for a pen pal. I know you bitches. It's a few you hoes that ain't got nothing going on no way. And when y'all seen them come out that house in them boxes, y'all think that thing was stinging. So it's a few you bitches want to write them. I ain't judging. All I'm saying is keep it to yourself. If you want to write that nigga to see if he can give you some fugitive juice. And if I knew he was down the street, I would have had a few bitches go up there and get a few fugitive juice they goddamn self. I don't want the fugitive juice. I'm scared of the fugitive juice. I don't like fugitive juice. As a matter of fact, I think I'm allergic to fugitive juice, but it's a few women who don't mind. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not judging you. Only thing I'm saying is, if you're going to get it, keep it to yourself. We don't need to know about it. Please. Unless you're going to do a TikTok. Who the hell did I get fugitive juice from? I don't know. Let's move on, girl. That would be a story, huh? Fugitive juice. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the story time on TikTok? The time I risked it all for fugitive juice. When I tell you that shit'll go viral, because I'll be all ears. Look at me. I'll be clicking on just how that girl was on Who the F Did I Marry? Child, I'll be in there. Look, all ears, girl. What happened? All 120 videos on them. Like that girl on Who the F Did I Marry? All 120 videos. Next. Soon as the next cliffhanger. Next. Girl, and he did what when the police came? Next. Look, every video leaving you on a cliffhanger. And girl, he was deep stroke drilling. And right before our climax, we hit a bang on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Look at me. What happened? Next. At the next video, girl, what we trying to see what's going on? We trying to piece the parts together. What happened? Fugitive juice. Now, whoever uses it, I don't want no money. Just give me my props. Fugitive juice is what we gonna call it, okay? Now, I told y'all the joke come out through Mad Day. No, I told the truth come out through Mad Day and the joke. First of all, we got an update. Deion Sanders is doing okay. He's recovering after his surgery. And Karrueche is over there hoping that he signed her name on the paperwork to make her the beneficiary to one of them policies, okay? See, Karrueche thinks she's slick. She trying to Anna Nicole this shit. But the problem is Anna Nicole went got an old prune, an old clear man who couldn't even talk, okay? You went got one who could talk. He just can't walk. And that's your problem. But she in the back folding clothes and all that, trying to be a good woman to that lady's ex-husband. And right on the phone, here come the son telling the joke, but telling the truth. Oh, things been downhill since you met Karrueche. And I'm over here telling y'all how long I've been telling y'all the truth come out through two ways. A joke and Mad Day. Check this out. Look.
Me and Karrueche chilling now, so we'll call you back.
Now, we gotta have to talk about her anyway.
Who's we?
Me and Bucky, because everything she got coming around, things been started going downhill.
She ain't no slap rock.
They blame it on Karrueche.
That is not true. That is not true.
Yeah, me and Karrueche chilling now, so we'll call you back.
Now, we gotta have to talk about her anyway.
Now listen to what he said. He joking. He said me and Bucky was talking. And it seemed like ever since Karrueche came around, things been going downhill. Okay. Now Deion is trying to do the nervous laugh. Boy, you crazy, boy. Don't do that, boy. And Karrueche in the back, don't be like that. And she poisoned the piss bag. Look, and she put poison in the piss bag. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. I told y'all this yesterday. Black men and black women. All this divisive shit gonna get y'all down to the hospital with a piss bag and a bitch trying to take you out. Okay? Find you somebody to love. Teddy Pendergrass said, it's so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back. And that's a fact. To be loved, dun, 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 and be loved in return is the only thing that my heart desire. Y'all hoes is tripping. Oh yeah, y'all want to be single and lit and all of that and boop, 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 but bop, bop. Next thing you know, the nigga signing your hand, using your hand to sign the paperwork, and now he the beneficiary. This is the point I'm making. The truth was the truth. Now, I'm not saying Karuchi around there messing with him or nothing. But what I'm saying is energies don't lie. And the boy said what he said. Ever since Karuchi came around, shit been going down here. Now, I don't know how long he been messing with Karuchi. And maybe he too deep off in the cooch to where he don't know. Remember, that same cooch had Chris Brown ready to jump off the bridge. Remember that nigga in the middle of the song? Karuchi. That's some deadly cooch. So whatever she got going on between them legs is something very, very serious, okay? So what I'm telling you guys is, if you don't want to end up like Prime, find you somebody to love and love you somebody who's going to love you back. Does that make sense? Find you somebody to love and love you somebody who's going to love you back, because nobody wants to end up with 6 toes and a piss bag full of poison. Does that make sense? Okay, something wrong. Karuchi got some coochie. You know what that coochie got? Y'all remember Lovecraft Country, that Asian lady, when she kept sleeping with them men, and all of a sudden a dragon will come out of coochie and swallow the men up? I don't know what the hell going on. Whatever Karuchi got had Chris Brown ready to risk it all. Chris Brown was ready to go toe to toe. I think Chris Brown would have fought God behind Karuchi. So whatever it is, all I know is the truth come out through a mad day and a joke. When Shiloh said, or Shadua, whatever one of them churns said what they said it because they meant it. We chuckled, but the truth was still the truth. Don't end up like Dion. Find you somebody to love you, okay? And love somebody back. That's what's wrong with you niggas. Y'all bitches too. Y'all want to love. Y'all want somebody to love y'all, but y'all don't want to love nobody back. Love each other. Okay. Niasha, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Says, can't believe they caught our boy. Shake my head. Well, I didn't believe it at first, but then when I saw he was peeking out the blinds like Michael Myers, they should have called me to call the police. Girl, the way I would have set that police report up, I probably would have got arrested with all the lies I would have told. Mental health, thank you for becoming a new member. Listen, all the lies I would have told, I would have got arrested. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says kids will spend all their money on some BS, then come ask you for yours. Helping your child and teaching your child is way different than hindering your child, right? And let me say this too. This is part of the breaking generational curses, because this is another thing our generation has wrong. We make the money, but number one, we not financially literate ourselves. And then number two, we don't teach our children how to deal with money. We want to leave them money, but the children don't know what to do with it. Those are one of the things we're going to have to deal with, dealing with this breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. So be prepared. We're going to learn about money, okay? Brandon Prather, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's crazy is this. Vu, me and my fam went to Cape Town last December. They called the dark Africans black and the light-skinned Africans colored. That's, yeah, but the light-skinned ones are Mexican. I mean, not Mexican, are mixed. And thank you for the super chat. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's really be clear. Like I told y'all, the only black people in America or in the world with that mitochondrial E genes are us. We the ones who make different color people with the same color people. My black ass can get with somebody black and we can make a light-skinned baby. Africans don't do that. When you see lighter-skinned Africans, they typically are of mixed race, okay? But 2 black-ass Africans don't make a light-skinned baby. It's a fact that I've seen. But I know 2 light-skinned people in America can make a black-ass baby. You see what I'm saying? Or two dark-skinned people in America can make a light-skinned baby. Or two dark-skinned people with coarse hair can make a baby light-skinned with brown eyes. We the ones with that mitochondrial E gene. Nobody else. It's us. Okay? It's us. And albinos are different. Don't take albinos for light skin because that's a issue with melanin. That's not the same as light skin. That's not the same as light skin, okay? But yeah, it's us. Stop acting crazy. Oh, and this is another thing I want to show y'all too. I'll end it off with that. Robin Dick, thank you for the super chat. Says, I don't give a F what they say, what they do to them people. 100, that ain't got nothing to do with us. Let God sort them out. Mind yours and stay hydrated. Not our problem. Facts. Whatever they do to them people ain't got nothing to do with Black America. Mind our business and let them deal with what they got to deal with, honey. Nikki Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Says, just got my cup. Thank you, Vu. Love it. Thank you. No problem. And I got a few more I'm going to give away. We're going to start giving them away around the holidays. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. I wanted to show y'all something. There's a big, I'm about to get off after this, but I need everybody's attention. I need y'all to pay attention to me. The biggest mistake we've been taught in America as Black Americans is that the white people are the only enemy. Anybody outside of Black America, and I mean descendant of freemen, descendant of slaves, indigenous to Turtle Island, indigenous, whatever you want to call us, Negroes, niggas, us, this specific peculiar group of people, we have been tricked to believe that our only enemy is the white man. That's why whenever we think of injustices, the first thing we think of are the white people. But what I need you guys to understand is that is not the case. Our enemy is everybody except us. And the reason I'm saying that is because whenever we need allies, Black America has zero places to look to. There's not one group of people. There's some people, yes, in bits and pieces, but there's not a group, a culture, a ethnic. Nobody has the back of Black America. Black America is us against everybody. We don't have no allies. It's just us. I don't care if you have onesie twosie friends. I appreciate those people. I appreciate the onesie twosie or the people who step in and help. But for the most part, it's us against everybody. I need you to shift your mind because remember, we as Black Americans, we can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I need you to understand that your enemy is not just the white supremacists. As a matter of fact, I am of the belief that white people are just the face. There's somebody with our skin tone behind this shit. Do you hear me? Now, this is the point I'm trying to make to you. The reason why they keep you looking at white people is so that you don't understand all the other enemies that are literally sitting around you. And a lot of those enemies not only look like you, some of them are you. That's the big play that you're missing. Now, those of us who understood this long times ago had been writing about this and been talking about this for how long? I told y'all about Benjamin Franklin speaking about the people coming off the boats and how they were all aliens and how he was differentiating the whites that were here from the whites that were coming and the blacks that were here from the blacks that were coming. We don't do that no more because through propaganda, education, and religion, we've been taught that everything is black or white. It's either Jim Crow, white folks being racist toward black people, or nothing. That is the furthest thing from the truth. What you need to understand is your enemy is all around you because your enemy materializes in different races and even in yourself sometimes. I wanted to show y'all. I finally found it because I read it in a book and I couldn't find the picture. Look at this, what Benjamin Franklin wrote. I need y'all to pay attention to what Benjamin Franklin wrote right here. So this is what happened. Benjamin Franklin, in his book, was writing about what he was seeing as far as the people coming in and going out, and he was describing these people and things of that nature. I need y'all to pay attention right quick. Look at what he wrote. He said, why should the Palatine Moors be suffered to swarm into our settlement? Now pause. In this context, a Moor is a dark-skinned person. A Moor is a black person. That's what we would call black today. So when people talk about how black people in America are Moors, are you speaking of the descriptive term or are you speaking of the group? Those are two completely different things. So when he's talking about the Palatine people coming in, he said, why are they able to come and be into our settlements, right? And he calling them the Palatine Moors. That means black people from the Palatine area, okay? Or Palatine people. He goes on to say, he says they will never adopt our customs any more than they can adopt our complexion. Now pause. Now what he's saying here is they can never adopt our customs, let alone, just as much as they couldn't adopt our complexion. So he's talking about brown or darker skinned people who are not us or not him. Well, let's go back to this. Some people believe that Benjamin Franklin was a black American. Let's start there first. Some people believe that Benjamin Franklin was a black American. So if you're coming from that angle, then you would say that when he say our complexion or our culture, he means us. If you believe he was a clear man, then he's still saying American culture, yet and still differentiating these people coming in, okay? So what he's saying is, while y'all saying they need to come over here, they're not going to be one of us because they can't adopt our culture or our customs. And nor could they even obtain our complexion. And that tells me that he definitely was probably a dark-skinned person, okay? Then he goes on to say, all of Africa, Asia, and America are swarthy black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black. Remember I told y'all I had a segment I wanted to do called We Were Here First. All of these clear people and racially ambiguous people you see are not the real people of these lands. These people are copycats, carbon copies. They are colonizers. I don't give a damn if they're pure white as snow or if they look Mexican and mixed. They are not the original people of the lands. What they did was go in, adopt them people's customs, courtesies, cultures, adopt their identities. Some of them procreated with them, and then they pushed them off to the side. The original Europeans was my color. You ever seen Bridgerton? Then he goes on to say, the principal whites are made up of the Saxons and the English. Remember this, you want to know who the principal whites are? The Saxons and the English, them your KKKs, them your pure whites, them your lily whites. Them the whites who wanted to delineate from the whites coming in and off the boat through Ellis Island. He goes on to say, he says, the Scots, Welsh, and Irish are not Saxon or English. When Benjamin Franklin writes this essay in the Black German King George II is sitting on the throne of England. Let's really be clear. What he's doing right here is delineating. He's saying, first of all, you got people coming in that are brown skin or may have some melanin to them, but they not us. Me and them are not the same. They're not even going to adopt my cultures, my customs, and hell, they won't even adopt my skin tone because we not the same. Then he even differentiated the whites. He said, and the whites that you see are Saxons, not the ones coming in from the other places. He's delineating, he's differentiating. The reason why this is important is because if you understand who is who, then you can see your enemies better. But if you believe your enemy only has a white skin with blonde hair and blue eyes, that's how you've been getting attacked from every which way but loose. We just waking up to the fact as a collective. We're just waking up to the fact that some of them Africans that are coming over here have been playing on us and using us. For the longest, we've been walking around here with blinders on. We thought everybody black was the same. So much so we would get offended when other people who are black would say we not the same. I need you to open your eyes and wake up because we're not the same. They were able to identify it then, and you need to be able to identify it now because this is how you're going to identify your enemies. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who come to America are Americans' enemies. That's not what I'm saying. We have a lot of allies in the Black American community. However, it's not enough. There are too many enemies. You need to be able to detect and understand who is your enemy, and they don't always have a white face. They don't. Once you're able to understand that the devil don't have a face, that he morphs into any and everything and everybody, you'll be better off. Understand the difference. Understand the difference. Don't ever forget it. And just because somebody say more, when you read and you're doing research, just because they say more doesn't necessarily mean that's the group. It was also a descriptive term to describe people, just the way we use black. Just how we use black today, the same way they use swarthy and more then, okay? Truth be told by Wanda, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry for being a member for 15 months. Says, Boo, which video was it when you started singing that Ike and Tina song, Please and Thank You? Girl, I don't remember, child. That was a while ago. I don't remember. That was a while ago, honey. Oh, Lord. With that being said, I got to get off here. I'm about to go get myself together. I'm going to come back and go live at the Dollhouse. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get the channel up to 100K. Shout out to everybody in the building, though. I love y'all down to the ground. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow for Educational Friday. Peace, y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your